Nairobi has experienced one of the highest growth rates of any city in Africa. Since its foundation in 1899, Nairobi has grown to become the second largest city in the African Great Lakes, despite being one of the youngest cities in the region. The growth rate of Nairobi is 4.1% a year. It is estimated that Nairobi's population will reach 5 million in 2025. Given this high population growth, owing itself both to urban migration and high birth rates, the economy has yet to catch up. Unemployment is estimated at 40% within the city, mainly in the high-density, low-income areas of the city, which can make them seem even denser than the higher-income neighborhoods. Nairobi has numerous recreational green areas. The largest is the Nairobi National Park, located in the southern side of the city. Other recreational areas and protected forests include Uhuru Park, Central Park, John Michiki Park, Nairobi Arboretum, City Park, Uhuru Gardens, Jivanji Gardens, Karura Forest, Ngong Forest, and Ololiwa Forest. By the mid-20th century, many foreigners settled in Nairobi from other parts of the British Empire, primarily India and parts of, present-day, Pakistan. These immigrants were workers who arrived to construct the Kampala-Mombasa Railway, settling in Nairobi after its completion, and also merchants from Gujarat. Nairobi also has established communities from Somalia and Sudan. Nairobi has two informal nicknames. The first is the Green City in the Sun, which is derived from the city's foliage and warm climate. The second is the Safari Capital of the World, which is used due to Nairobi's prominence as a hub for safari tourism. Kwani is Kenya's first literary journal and was established by writers living in Nairobi. Nairobi's publishing houses have also produced the works of some of Kenya's authors, including Ngugi wa Thiong'o and Meja Mwangi, who were part of post-colonial writing. Many filmmakers also practice their craft out of Nairobi. Filmmaking is still young in the country, but people like producer Njeri Karigo and director Judy Kibinge are paving the way for others. Perhaps the most famous book and film set in Nairobi is Out of Africa. The book was written by Karen Blixen, whose pseudonym was Isaac Dinison, and it is her account of living in Kenya. Karen Blixen lived in the Nairobi area from 1917 to 1931. The neighborhood in which she lived, Karen, is named after her. In 1985, Out of Africa was made into a film, directed by Sidney Pollack. The film won 28 awards, including 7 Academy Awards. The popularity of the film prompted the opening of Nairobi's Karen Blixen Museum. Nairobi is also the setting of many of the novels of Ngugi wa Thiong'o, Kenya's foremost writer. Nairobi has been the set of several other American and British films. The most recent of these was The Constant Gardener, 2005, a large part of which was filmed in the city. The story revolves around a British diplomat in Nairobi whose wife is murdered in northern Kenya. Much of the filming was in the Kibera slum. Among the latest Kenyan actors in Hollywood who identify with Nairobi is Lupita Nyong'o. Lupita received an Oscar Award for Best Supporting Actress in her role as Patsy in the film 12 Years a Slave during the 86th Academy Awards at the Dolby Theatre in Los Angeles. Lupita is the daughter of Kenyan politician Peter Anyang' Nyong'o. Most new Hollywood films are nowadays screened at Nairobi cinemas. Up until the early 1990s, there were only a few film theaters and the repertoire was limited. There are also 2 drive-in cinemas in Nairobi. In 2015 and 2016, Nairobi was the focus point for the American television series Sense8, which shot its first and second seasons partly in the city. The TV series has high reviews in the Internet Movie Database, IMDb. In 2015, Nairobi was also featured in the British thriller film Eye in the Sky, which is a story about a lieutenant general and a colonel who faced political opposition after ordering a drone missile strike to take out a group of suicide bombers in Nairobi. In 2017, the name Nairobi was taken as a code name by a female main character in the famous Spanish TV series Money Heist. In Nairobi, there are a range of restaurants. Besides being home to nyama choma, which is a local term used to refer to roasted meat, there are American fast food restaurants such as KFC, Subway, Domino's Pizza, Pizza Hut, Hardee's, and Burger King, and the longer established South African chains, Gelatos, Steers, Pizza Mojo, and Spur Steak Ranches. Coffee houses, doubling up as restaurants and mostly frequented by the upper middle classes, such as Art Cafe Nairobi Java House and Dormans, have become increasingly popular in recent days. Traditional food joints such as the popular Kayasos in the city center and Ameka, which specialize in African delicacies, are also widespread. The Kenchik franchise, which specialized in old-school chicken and chips meals, was also popular, particularly among the lower classes and students, with restaurants all over the city and its suburbs. However, as of February 2016, Kenchik stopped operating its eatery business. Upscale restaurants often specialize in specific cuisines such as Italian, Lebanese, Ethiopian, and French, but are more likely to be found in five-star hotels and the wealthier suburbs in the west and south of the city. Nairobi has an annual restaurant week, NRW, at the beginning of the year, January, February. Nairobi's restaurants offer dining packages at reduced prices. NRW is managed by Eat Kenya, which is an online platform that lists and reviews restaurants in Nairobi, and provides a platform for Kenyan foodies to congregate and share. Nairobi is the center of Kenya's music scene. Benga is a Kenyan genre which was developed in Nairobi. The style is a fusion of jazz and luo music forms. Mujithai is another popular genre in Kenya, with its origins in the central parts of the country. A majority of music videos of leading local musicians are also filmed in the city. In the 1970s, Nairobi became the prominent center for music in the African Great Lakes. During this period, Nairobi was established as a hub of soukous music. This genre was originally developed in Kinshasa and Brazzaville. After the political climate in the region deteriorated, many Congolese artists relocated to Nairobi. Artists such as Orchestra Super Mazembe moved from Congo to Nairobi and found great success. Virgin Records became aware of the popularity of the genre and signed recording contracts with several soukous artists. More recently, Nairobi has become the center of the Kenyan hip-hop scene, with Kalamashaka, Giddy Giddy Maji Maji being the pioneers of urban music in Kenya. The genre has become very popular amongst local youth, and domestic musicians have become some of the most popular in the region. Successful artists based in Nairobi include Jua Kali, Nanani, Camp Mulla, Juliani, Eric Wainaina, Susanna Owinyo and Nameless. Popular record labels include Agapa DJs, Grandpa Records, Main Switch, Red Black and Green Republic, California Records and Born Black Music Group. Many foreign musicians who tour Africa perform in Nairobi. Bob Marley's first ever visit to Africa started in Nairobi. Acts that have performed in Nairobi include Lost Boys, Wyclef Jean, Shaggy, Akon, Eve, T.O.K, Sean Paul, Wayne Wonder, Elaine, Conscience, Ja Rule, and Morgan Heritage, and Cabo Snoop. Other international musicians who have performed in Nairobi include The Rocking Show by Don Carlos, DeMarco, Busy Signal, Mr. Vegas, and the Elephant Man Crew. Nairobi, including the coastal towns of Mombasa and Diani, have recently become the center of EDM in Kenya, producing DJs as well as producers like Jack Rooster, Yugi, DJ Fita, Noise on Demand, DJ Vijay, DJ Coco M. Prominent international composers and DJs have also toured in Nairobi, including Diplo, Major Lazer, Kyo and Albert, Solarity, Rinsky Speed, and Boom Jenks. Many nightclubs in and around the city have witnessed a growth in the population that exclusively listen to electronic dance music, especially amongst the younger generations. These youth also support many local EDM producers and DJs, such as Hahai, Mikhail Kuze, Barney Barrow, Jack Rooster, Hennessy Live, Transophilic 5 as well as up-and-comers such as El Dada Dave, Eric K, Raj El Ray, Tom Parker and more. Gospel music is also very popular in Nairobi just as in the rest of Kenya, with gospel artists having a great impact in the mostly Christian city. Artists such as Esther Wahum, Eunice Njeri, Daddy Owen, Emmy Kokiai, and the late Angela Chibalanza, among others, have a great pull over the general population, while others like Mog, Juliani, Echo Dida, DK Quinai Beat have great influence over the younger generation. Their concerts are also very popular and they have as much influence as the great secular artists. The most popular are Groove Tours, XO, totally sold out, New Year concerts. Musical group Sauti Sol performed for U.S. President Barack Obama when he was in the city for the 2015 Global Entrepreneurship Summit. Nairobi is the African Great Lakes Region's sporting center. The premier sports facility in Nairobi and generally in Kenya is the Moi International Sports Center in the suburb of Kasarani. The complex was completed in 1987, and was used to host the 1987 All-Africa Games. The complex comprises a 60,000-seater stadium, the second largest in the African Great Lakes, after Tanzania's new national stadium, a 5,000-seater gymnasium, and a 2,000-seater aquatics center. The Nyayo National Stadium is Nairobi's second largest stadium, renowned for hosting global rugby event under the Safaricom Sevens. Completed in 1983, the stadium has a capacity of 30,000. This stadium is primarily used for football. The facility is located close to the central business district, which makes it a convenient location for political gatherings. Nairobi City Stadium is the city's first stadium, and used for club football. Nairobi Gymkhana is the home of the Kenyan cricket team, and was a venue for the 2003 Cricket World Cup. Notable annual events staged in Nairobi include Safari Rally, Safari Sevens Rugby Union Tournament, and Nairobi Marathon. Football is the most popular sport in the city by viewership and participation. This is highlighted by the number of football clubs in the city, including Kenyan Premier League sides Gor Mahia, AFC Leopards, Tusker, and Mathare United. There are 6 golf courses within a 20 km radius of Nairobi. The oldest 18-hole golf course in the city is the Royal Nairobi Golf Club. It was established in 1906 by the British, just 7 years after the city was founded. Other notable golf clubs include the Windsor Country Club, Karen Country Club, and Muthaiga Golf Club. The Kenya Open Golf Tournament, which is part of the European Tour, takes place in Nairobi. The Ngong Racecourse in Nairobi is the center of horse racing in Kenya. Rugby is also a popular sport in Nairobi with 8 of the 12 top flight clubs based here. Basketball is also a popular sport played in the city's primary, secondary, and college leagues. Many of the city's urban youth are basketball fans and watch the American NBA. The places of worship are predominantly Christian churches and temples, Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Nairobi, Catholic Church, Anglican Church of Kenya, Anglican Communion, Presbyterian Church of East Africa, World Communion of Reformed Churches, Baptist Convention of Kenya, Baptist World Alliance, and Assemblies of God. There are also Muslim mosques including Jamia Mosque. The majority of schools follow either the Kenyan curriculum or the British curriculum. There is also International School of Kenya, and Roslin Academy, both of which follow the North American curriculum, Swedish School in Ngong, and the German School in Gijiri. Nairobi is home to several universities and colleges. The University of Nairobi is the largest and oldest university in Kenya. It was established in 1956, as part of the University of East Africa, but became an independent university in 1970. The university has approximately 84,000 students. Kenyatta University is situated 16 kilometers 9.9 miles from Nairobi on the Nairobi Road Thika dual carriageway on 450 hectares, 1,100 acres, of land. The university was chartered in 1985, offering mainly education-related courses, but has since diversified, offering medicine, environmental studies, engineering, law, business, statistics, agriculture, and economics. It has a student body of about 32,000, the bulk of whom, 17,000, are in the main campus. It is one of the fastest growing public universities. Strathmore University started in 1961 as an advanced level, UK, sixth form college offering science and arts subjects. The college started to admit accountancy students in March 1966, and thus became a university. In January 1993, Strathmore College merged with Kianda College and moved to Old Sangal Road, Madaraka Estate, Nairobi. United States International University, Nairobi was originally a branch of the United States International University, but became a fully autonomous university in 2005. It was first established in 1969. The university has accreditation from the Western Association of Schools and Colleges, in the U.S., and the Government of Kenya. It is located in a quiet west side location of Roysambu area north-central Nairobi opposite the Safari Park Hotel. In 2005, the Aga Khan Hospital, Nairobi was upgraded to a health sciences teaching hospital, providing postgraduate education in medicine and surgery including nursing education, henceforth renamed the Aga Khan University Hospital. The Catholic University of Eastern Africa located in Lang'ata suburb, obtained its letter of interim authority in 1989. Following negotiations between the authority of the Graduate School of Theology and the Commission for Higher Education, SHIA, the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences was established 3 years later, culminating in the granting of the civil charter to SHIA on November 3, 1992. The Technical University of Kenya, formerly Kenya Polytechnic, is the only technical university in the country. Established in 1961 as the Kenya Technical Institute, the university was chartered by Mwai Kibaki in 2013 to become an independent institution of higher learning. It was previously a constituent college of the University of Nairobi. It offers highly technical degree courses in 3 faculties: engineering and built environment, applied sciences and technologies, and social sciences and technologies. KCA University, formerly the Kenya College of Accountancy, located in Ruaraka. Pan-African Christian University is located along Lumumba Drive, Roysambu. East Africa Institute of Certified Studies, well known as ICS College, is located at Stanbank House with branches in Mombasa and Kisumu. Pioneer International University in Ngara. Raiyara University on Mbagathi Road. Multimedia University of Kenya. Numerous other universities have also opened satellite campuses in Nairobi. The Railways Training Institute, established in 1956, is also a notable institution of higher learning with a campus in Nairobi. Major plans are being implemented in the need to decongest the city's traffic, and the completion of Thika Road has given the city a much-needed facelift attributed to roads enhancement of global standards. Several projects have been completed: Syokimau Rail Station, the eastern and northern bypasses, while numerous other projects are still underway. The development of these critical transport facilities will, besides reducing transport costs due to faster movement of goods and people within the region, also increase trade, improve the socio-economic welfare of northern Kenya, and boost the country's potential in attracting investments from all over the world. Jomo Kenyatta International Airport is the largest airport in Kenya. Domestic travelers made up 40% of overall passengers in 2016. An increase of 32% in 5YRS since 2012. JKIA had more than 7 million passengers going through it in 2016. In February 2017, JKIA received a Category 1 status from the FAA, boosting the airport's status as a regional aviation hub. Wilson Airport is a general aviation airport handling smaller aircraft, mostly propeller-driven. In July 2016, construction of a new air traffic control tower commenced at a cost of Ks 163 million, approximately $1.63 million. Moi Air Base is a military airport. In its earlier years, it was utilized as a landing strip in the pre-jet airline era. It was mostly used as a British passenger and mail route from Southampton to Cape Town in the 1930s and 1940s. This route was served by flying boats between Britain and Kisumu and then by land-based aircraft on the routes to the south. Matatus are the most common form of public transport in Nairobi. Matatu, which literally translates to 3 cents for a ride, nowadays much more, are privately owned minibuses, and the most popular form of local transport. They generally seat 14 to 33. Matatus operate within Nairobi, its environs, and suburbs and from Nairobi to other towns around the country. The Matatus route is imprinted along a yellow stripe on the side of the bus, and Matatus plying specific routes have specific route numbers. However, in November 2014 President Uhuru Kenyatta lifted the ban on the yellow stripe and allowed Matatus to maintain the colorful graphics in an effort to support the youth in creating employment. Matatus in Nairobi were easily distinguishable by their extravagant paint schemes, as owners would paint their matatu with various colorful decorations, such as their favorite football team or hip-hop artist. They are notorious for their poor safety records, which are a result of overcrowding and reckless driving. Due to the intense competition between matatus, many are equipped with powerful sound systems and television screens to attract more customers. However, in 2004, a law was passed requiring all matatus to include seat belts and speed governors and to be painted with a yellow stripe. At first, this caused a furor amongst matatu operators, but they were pressured by government and the public to make the changes. Matatus are now limited to 80 km per hour, 50 miles per hour. Buses are increasingly becoming common in the city, with some even going to the extent of installing complimentary Wi-Fi systems in partnership with the leading mobile service provider. There are 4 major bus companies operating the city routes and are the traditional Kenya Bus Service, KBS, and newer private operators City Hoppa, Compliant MOA, and Double M. The City Hoppa buses are distinguishable by their green livery, the Double M buses are painted purple, Compliant MOA by their distinctively screaming names and mix of white, blue colors, while the KBS buses are painted blue. Companies such as Easy Coach, Crown Bus, Coast Bus, Modern Coast, Eldoret Express, Shania, The Guardian Angel, Spanish, and MASH POA run scheduled buses and luxury coaches to other cities and towns. A bus rapid transit will commence operating with 100 high-capacity buses along Thika Road in July 2022 between Kasarani and the Kenyatta National Hospital. After the pilot, Nairobi Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, NAMATA, will implement another 300 buses as the first phase that will expand the BRT line to run from Ruru to Kenyatta National Hospital. A second phase will later extend the line to run between Kenol in Murang'a County to Ongatarong'a in Kajiado County. Nairobi was founded as a railway town, and the main headquarters of Kenya Railways, KR, is still situated at Nairobi Railway Station, which is located near the city centre. The line runs through Nairobi, from Mombasa to Kampala. Its main use is freight traffic connecting Nairobi to Mombasa and Kisumu. A number of morning and evening commuter trains connect the center with the suburbs, but the city has no proper light rail, tramway, or rapid transit lines. A proposal has been passed for the construction of a commuter rail line. The country's third president since independence, President Mwai Kibaki, on Tuesday, November 13, 2012 launched the Syokimau rail service, marking a major milestone in the history of railway development in the country. The opening of the station marked another milestone in efforts to realize various projects envisaged under the Vision 2030 economic blueprint. The new station has a train that ferries passengers from Syokimau to the city center, cutting travel time by half. Opening of the station marks the completion of the first phase of the SH24B Nairobi commuter rail network that is geared at easing traffic congestion in Nairobi, blamed for huge economic losses. Other modern stations include Imaradama Railway Station and Makadara Railway Station. The new Mombasa, Nairobi standard gauge railway connects the port city of Mombasa and Nairobi. The new railway line has virtually replaced the old meter gauge railway. The Nairobi terminus is located at Syokimau, some 20 kilometers from the city center. Passengers traveling from Mombasa are transferred the short distance into the CBD with the meter gauge trains. Nairobi is served by highways that link Mombasa to Kampala in Uganda and Arusha in Tanzania. These are earmarked to ease the daily motor traffic within and surrounding the metro area. However, driving in Nairobi is chaotic. Most of the roads are tarmacked and there are signs showing directions to certain neighborhoods. The city is connected to the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport by the Mombasa Highway, which passes through industrial area, South B, South C, and Mbakasi. Ongata, Longata, and Karen are connected to the city center by Longata Road, which runs to the south. Lavington, Riverside, and Westlands are connected by Wiyaki Way. Kasarani, Eastlands, and Mbakasi are connected by Tika Road, Yago Road, and Outer Ring Road. Highways connect the city with other major towns such as Mombasa, Machakos, Voi, A109, Eldoret, Kisumu, Nakuru, Naivasha, and Namanga border Tanzania, A104. Nairobi is undergoing major road constructions to update its infrastructure network. The new system of roads, flyovers, and bridges are intended to better cope with high traffic levels. It is also a major component of Kenya's Vision 2030 and Nairobi Metropolis plans. Most roads now are well lit and surfaced with adequate signage. In 2020, the construction of the Nairobi Expressway began. The Nairobi Expressway is a 27 km toll road connecting the eastern Nairobi neighborhood of Mlolongo to the uptown neighborhood of Westlands at James G. Shura Junction through Nairobi CBD. The road is directly to the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, enabling travelers to access the airport faster, avoiding the heavy traffic on Mombasa Road and Wiyaki Way. The road has an 11.025 km elevated section between Airtel Center and Westlands. This road is intended to ease traffic from Jomo Kenyatta International Airport that accesses Nairobi city center. Also, traffic from central Nairobi is expected to be facilitated, to reduce the number of departing passengers who miss their flights, while stuck in road traffic jams on the city streets. The work involves expansion of the existing road to 4 lanes one way, 8 lanes total, with footpaths, drainage channels, overpass bridges, and street lighting. It was opened to the public in May 2022. Thank you for watching this video.